Hello, Aries. Welcome to your reading for February 2024. My name is Dawn. You're listening to Dawn Williams Tarot. Thanks you so much for finding your way to me. And this message is for Sun, Moon, or Rising in the sign of Aries. So if you have those placements, this message may be for you. However, do keep in mind that this is a general reading and not all messages may resonate. If you're interested in doing a deeper dive as to where you are on your spiritual path or what is happening in your life that you can have some clarity, guidance, and insight on, I am a professional reader obviously. I'm a professional reader and you can definitely get some communication from me if that's the direction you'd like to go. My details are listed below. Or you can go to dawnwilliamstarot.com to get all my details. Okay. So this message is for the month of February, and I did do a pre-poll, meaning I was kind of wanting to get an overall flavor as to what your month is going to entail before I do your deep dive. And the interesting thing about your pre-read is that you showed up magnificently is the very first card, Aries, because this Queen of Wands represents your energy. This is a card that was assigned in the tarot deck to represent Aries. So this is what I call my badass queen. She is the fire queen. She definitely gets things done. She's quite magical. She's very inspirational. She's very creative. She's a lot of passion. She's very fiery, just like you. And so basically what she is saying is, here I am, and you are owning this reading, right? Your second card was the Ace of Pentacles. Now, this is about a new opportunity coming in. It is a gift. So you have to do something with it. But this could be anything associated with anything with your physical security. So it could be a new opportunity in a career position, or this is a new opportunity for health. For some of you, it may be a new opportunity for you to get some answers on a health issue or a health crisis that you may have been working through. This may be a new home for some of you, because Pentacles have to do with our physical security, our wealth, our careers, our possessions, and our home life. So it could also be that maybe some of you are considering buying a big ticket item for your home. That's another possibility this could represent. And then lastly, we have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is a card of, as you can see, she does have successes. She is protecting her space. She lives life on her terms. And Aries, if I were going to say that there is a sign that lives on their terms, it would definitely be your sign. Okay. So this is looking really good initially. We're going to keep these right here in case these tie into other messages in your reading. And we are going to start your reading here in just a second. I'm just going to be pulling in my higher self. I ask that you sit comfortably. If you are sitting, to have your feet on the floor, just calling your higher self. All you have to do is say, hello, higher self, here I am. And basically what is happening is on that higher level, our higher selves are communicating with one another. And basically what happens is, especially if you see me closing my eyes, typically I was taking myself off camera because I do close my eyes a lot when I do the readings, because that's when I'm getting my downloads. And the way that my higher self talks to me is through pictures sometimes. Pictures are the strongest method. Every once in a while, I'll get a real message that are words kind of, but it's more pictures. So if you see me closing my eyes, that's when I'm really making that stronger connection, okay? So what do our Aries need to know for February? Please, Spirit. And then most of all, I'd like to call in Prime Creator Source. Prime Creator Source is the source of every and all things. And we are connected to that energy. We are fractals of that energy. Okay, so. So what's defining your month is the King of Cups. What your next steps are, Queen of Cups. So there's a counterpart here. Some of you may be having a romantic thing going on. Surprise, surprise, in the month of February. Your challenge is Three of Pentacles. That's surprising. We'll see why in a second. These are your strengths. Let's move you over here. Your strengths are the Nine of Pentacles. And then your final outcome is the Page of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay, so the King of Cups represents knowledge in tarot. The kings represent knowledge. This king is our emotionally stable king. He operates from that place of those things that make him feel good, right? That resonate with his heart. He communicates at that level, heart to heart level. This could represent a person. This could represent your energy. It's just the masculine side of this card. Okay, so if a king shows up, it's usually the masculine energy. If a queen shows up, it's the feminine energy, right? That comes in. But this king is coming in, and you're going to either be working with this person, or this person could be somebody you already know, that's taking center stage here. But what's interesting is not only do you have the king, but you have the king and the queen. And look at those. The king and the queen are facing one another. So this could have to do with a potential romance. And we will see, because I'm going to pull some more cards. How is this King of Cups affecting our Aries? The thing about the king is it doesn't matter where he is in the water. It could be choppy. It could be, rolling seas. It could be whatever it is. But he is very comfortable in that space. He's very comfortable in that emotional realm, so to speak. And things could be burning down all around him, and as long as he's staying in his heart, he seems to excel. So it could be that maybe in your month of February, that's the energy that you need to embrace, is being within your center of your heart, looking at things from that perspective. Okay, we're going to get clarity on this king. The first card is the Four of Cups. And the Strength card. Okay, so the Four of Cups is kind of an energy of, there is some boredom in this card. It feels as though there's some boredom or some stagnation in that heart space for you, Aries. You are looking over here at these three empty cups, not recognizing this opportunity that's coming in as a gift from God. So emotionally, you may be feeling a little bit flat, right? And so I feel as though this king is coming in to help give you this chalice. He's holding this cup, and this is that cup right there, right? He's handing you this cup saying, here, let's help, bring some life back into that heart center space. And the thing about it is, when you do that, if you embrace that, if you recognize that this is just kind of like one of those lulls that we all go through them, there's nothing wrong with being in this situation at all. But it's going to allow you to tap into more of your inner strength, okay? I feel as though your expression this month really needs to come from your heart space. more than it needs to come from your fire space. It needs to come from the heart. I feel like that's kind of the message that's coming through. Because your next step is this Queen of Cups. So as I said, this could be counterparts. This is the masculine and feminine side of you. And it's equal, right? It's a king and the queen. So it's that highest level vibration of that water energy that you're going to be accenting and accentuating for this month. And then I'm going to ask for some clarity. Now, that queen, of course, could represent a person that you will be with or that you will be working with closely, or it could be somebody that you know. This could be your mom and your dad. This could be anybody. As this is a month of romance, though, right? It could very well be you and your significant other. Either or, doesn't matter what gender you are when you are watching this video. We're going to get some clarity for her. She is your next step. So tapping into that feminine side of yourself, mastering that side. Our queens are about patience and understanding. And she, again, is the emotionally stable queen. So it is, she's got this 9 of Wands. This is your next step. That 9 of Wands is a card of, and then we have the Death card. Okay, so the 9 of Wands is this energy of feeling as though you've been carrying a very heavy weight. To me, this is, I mean, you know, other than being stabbed in the back, this right here is a very kind of a heavy energy as well. But as this is your next step, I feel as though whatever this weight is that you've been carrying that has been impeding your inspiration or your creativity, it's kind of like you may be feeling burnout is kind of what I'm getting. But that's coming to an end, right? So the death and rebirth has to do with the ending of the old you and the rebirth of the new you. And I feel like this is what is happening for you this month, in this month of February, Aries. This death card is also a card of transformation. So it feels as though you may have been feeling a little stuck, or that you've been feeling as though you've been carrying all of this energy, even though this 9 is representative of Wands, is representative of fire. It's also saying that you are making progress. You are making advancement. You are advancing forward. And pretty soon you're going to be able to put that down. That is coming to an end. And it's going to be a rebirth for you. Okay? So that actually looks really good. What is holding you back, or what is your obstacle, is the 3 of Pentacles. So 3s typically tap into your creativity, but it's also about teamwork. So it could be that there's a breakdown in teamwork in your workspace, or there is a breakdown of something happening going on in your home. I'm going to get some clarity to find out exactly what direction this is going. Typically, that card is a card of a very skilled worker. This is somebody who really puts their nose to the grindstone, is quite creative. And this also affects your physical wealth, right? Your physical security in some way. So maybe some of you have been waiting for a raise, or maybe you're waiting for a bonus or something along those lines, or waiting for payment for something and it's being delayed. We're going to get clarity. Your first card is the 10 of Wands. See, I told you, progression right here. 10, 9, 10. So you're going to be able to put those heavy wands down. And then you have the Star. Beautiful card. Okay. So this is your obstacle. Money is being, I feel as though maybe you have been working on a project and you're very close to the end of that project. And you could be concerned about what your next project may mean, meaning that you are waiting for something else to come in, that there might be a little bit of a delay in that space. But it does look as though you will complete it, because 10s are all about completion. And if you look at this guy, he's carrying all these wands and he's taking them to his home. So as harvest is coming in, but as this is a delay, you can't quite put that down yet. However, you will be able to do so. These are your long-term plans and goals. It feels as though you've got one foot in the spiritual realm and one foot in your practical realm. And this is really saying that you really need to follow your true north, that you really need to allow spirit to come in and help guide. And I feel that if you do that, if you allow yourself to be guided in whatever that means for you, tapping more into your emotions, right? Tapping more into your emotional state, I think that it's going to be just fine. There's nothing big here that is causing me any level of concern. Your strength has to do with this Nine of Pentacles. This is all about affluence. And she is like the next step for her is the Empress energy. She is very grounded. She's very nurturing. She's very comfortable in her physical wealth and her physical security. She has a lot of skill set, which I would say is you. This is your energy. You know how to create money for yourself, wealth, abundance, those things, making your physical security very secure. You have a very beautiful home, that kind of an energy. And then if you look at her dish right here, she has got grapes, green grapes and purple grapes. And grapes in tarot represent something that's very difficult to grow. So that's saying that you have a very unique skill set and that you're very capable at manifesting the things in your life that is going to bring you that physical security that you are looking for, Aries. I'm going to ask for clarity on this card. What else do we need to know about this Nine of Pentacles? I always love it when I see her. When she's got that purple energy, and for me, that always represents the crown chakra. So that's kind of the energy that I'm tapping into when I look at this card, is that crown chakra, knowing that wisdom, pulling down that information from your higher self, letting that be your guide, right? Knowing that wisdom is there, that information, that knowledge is there for you to tap into. You got this, Aries. And if I didn't say so, I can't remember if I did or I didn't because I've done so many readings, but a couple of people have been sharing, have been giving me donations. And the people that have been giving me donations, one of them was anonymous, and then the other two, I don't know either. So if you are one of those people, thank you so much. It is very helpful, and I appreciate that with all of my heart, because then that means to me that my messages are ringing through and making a difference. And that's exactly why I'm doing this work. So if you were one of those, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay, so the next card has to do with the Hermit. The Hermit is going within and pulling in your own knowledge. And then you have the Two of Cups. Okay, well, this is interesting. So this is in your strengths. So of course you are tapping into your affluence. You're tapping into your ability to create abundance and, you know, all of the things that would create physical security for yourself for this month. And the other thing is you're tapping into your higher self, your higher wisdom. This is meant to represent going within. There is a slight delay, or maybe you're stepping back from your usual expression of being out in the community, being with friends, that kind of a thing. Maybe you're really going inside of yourself to figure out what it truly is that you want to do to move forward on your life path. And what I'm seeing is one of the things is that you may really be tapping into connecting with your higher self, right? Because we have this angel here, and then we have these two very different walks of life coming together. Now, the other thing this does represent is it does also represent soulmates or people that resonate and communicate with you on that same even playing field in terms of your spirituality and your physicality as well. So as this is the month of romance, it could be that some of you are going to be meeting your soulmate. Could very well be this king and queen energy represented here, that you're both going to be coming in with open hearts. And I feel as though it's very from a healed place, meaning there's a lot of healing here, because that's what this star also represents, is healing all of our aspects, our mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, all of that, that you're both coming in with equal full cups, that you're able to come together, make that connection, have a very beautiful relationship. Now, the other thing too is it doesn't necessarily have to be a love relationship. This could also represent a partnership of some kind. So if some of you are entrepreneurs and you're going to be starting a new project, or you're going to be putting something out there into the universe that represents you and your energy, I feel as though you are going to make that connection. Your next and final card is the Page of Pentacles. So the pages have to do with a new journey, a new step forward in a new way, or a new direction. This has to do with your possessions. So some of you may be moving. This could represent a move. Some of you may be looking at a new job opportunity or a sideline, something like that, that is going to come in and provide you with additional resources, financial resources. Or you could just be looking at your options in terms of diversifying your portfolio, maybe moving your money around in your accounts that seem to be a little bit more stable for you. Maybe you're going to get out of the stock market and you're going to go into precious metals or something along those lines. But it feels like this is an opportunity coming in, and you're looking at this very seriously. And then there's a message involved with that. And we are going to get clarity. And your first clarifier is Three of Swords. Ooh, it feels like you've been burned in the past. And the Chariot. Okay, well, this is kind of amazing. You guys, you've gotten a lot of major arcana. You've got major arcana in every area of your path here. So this Page of Pentacles, it could very well be that in your current situation, whether that's in love or whether that is previous love or whether that is in your current role, or maybe you've left a job, something like that, which has left you stinging. Now, the thing about the Three of Swords is it does feel as though your heart hurts, like your heart is affected in some way. But the other thing about the three that I have really started to really notice and embrace is that there is energy around this heart for healing. So that means that you do have the capability to heal. This is a very, quick moving energy, because you've got this Chariot here. So whatever this is, maybe you decide that you are going to walk away from a job, or maybe you have broken up with an individual and now your heart is on the mend and somebody new is coming in. All I would say is this: just be careful that you're not bringing in your old baggage into a new relationship. That isn't fair for either of you. But what I do see is if you decide that somebody new has come in and you've done your healing work, that this new person is going to be more aligned with everything that you're about. They're going to get you, you're going to get them, and it's going to be a real true soulmate type of a relationship there. It looks really good. The Chariot is about progression. It's about moving away from, so if you look at him, he is willing to go wherever he needs to go, because he realizes that where he's staying, he was stuck. So he's leaving everything he knows behind because he wants to move forward, and he's going to progress very quickly. So the other thing about the Chariot is it's about, advancement and progression and all of those things, but it's also trusting the process. He does have this gold around him, anytime you see gold in the tarot, that is a representative of spirit. It's representative of that level of assistance from the other side. So actually, this looks really, really good, Aries. I feel as though you are going to have this new opportunity come in, right, with this job space. And you are going to be able to live on your own terms. I feel like you are one of those ones that will stand up for yourself. You will speak your mind because that's what this Fire Queen does. So I feel as though this is really tied into this whole reading very nicely. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull your 5 main themes to conclude your reading. If you have made it this far and you are new to my channel, please like and subscribe. We would love to have you join us. If you are returning, please click the like button because it really does help me. And your first card is the 4-leaf clover. Great and good news is coming in. Like this felt really positive, this whole reading. Tulip, great passion. Absolutely, our fire signs would have great passion. Maybe this also means you're going to either receive or give flowers. That would be lovely. Lily, spiritual love. I have not ever seen this card, and I've had this deck for I don't know how long. This is the first time I've seen it. What a beautiful card. Gift is Spirit's giving you a great big hug. Bell, there's some kind of an announcement. And the last card is the desk. Pay attention to your work. Aries, this has been awesome. Thank you from the bottom of my heart so much for allowing me to read for you today. I have to say that some of our signs in the month of February are going to have challenges and struggles. So if you find that the people around you are struggling, I hope that you will come from your heart space and kind of help them because we're all in this together. Where we go one, we go all, right? So again, thank you so much. I hope you have a beautiful month and I hope you have a very happy Valentine's Day and whatever that represents for you. Cheers.